Hello everybody, Camelia here. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to a new sewing magazine flip through. Well, it looks like my channel is only a flip through magazines kind of channel, but I promise you that I have a lot of things that I want to share. Also things that I made in the last period, but you know, just life is just a little bit busy now. And as soon as I can, I'll get back in my usual, posting. Something else that I want to mention, so of course we are going to take a look at Knipmode magazine issue 6, but I have a few things that I would like to ask. First of all, I had someone complaining in my previous video from, what was it, from the Patrones magazine, that she could not stand my AI STEM voice, my AI voice, that she had to put the video completely on mute. And I wonder, I mean, if I'm listening to my own video, it sounds okay to me, and I have a pretty good microphone, so I have the feeling that it sounds good. So please let me know if it sounds so terrible that you need to mute it. You can always do that, of course. Next, please consider subscribing to my channel. It's very, very important to my channel. It gives me also a boost to continue posting, that I know that people are liking my content. And of course, a thumbs up to the video is also very important. So with all that boring stuff being said, well, the AI voice is not is not boring. I'm really curious if I sound so bad. Anyway, let's take a look at Knipmode magazine issue 6. You can see it here in my library because I have a subscription. I can see all or a lot of issues from Knipmode. So today we are going, I skipped this one, issue 4, which it was actually a really good one. Let's take a look for a moment here. I know you came for issue 6, but you can skip forward or take a look here. This one was a really nice issue. They had this really cool jumpsuit, which of course you can make as a shorter version, or a shorter version also. The pants of this jumpsuit were really, really nice. Also the shorter version, you can see it here. And you know, I think, where's my pen? I think that this blouse here will work really nicely on a skirt that is part of a dress from the issue that we are going to watch today, issue 6. But on this one's, on Knipmode 4, there were a lot of really nice patterns. You can see here the jumpsuit with two different kind of pants, great pants. They are everywhere, these pleated pants. You can see them here. Of course, very easy to make them also only as a pant, and I think they had it in the magazine also. Again, you can see them here without the upper part of the jumpsuit on the right. And they had a really cool shirt dress that I really want to make. I have it printed already, and that was the pattern that I chose for that one. This jacket is really, really pretty. You can see it here. This is with the top from the previous issue. Again, here one of those barrel pants, or you know, just a little bit barrel. You see in the Kniomode from today some really barrel pants. I know we have some big fans here on the channel, and I'm really curious what you're going to think about those. Here you see this dress, and in the one from today, we see a variation of this polo dress, but then with what is called, then with made in knit fabric. And this is a dress that I really want to make. I think it's just gorgeous. It has a lot of seams. Of course, you can make it also without, but I have all the pattern pieces ready to go. I still need to decide on the fabric. That's my problem with this one. What they had more here. And here you can see an overview of the patterns from edition 4. Those jumpsuits are just beautiful. The pants are really great. And that little bomber jacket here with that, you can see it here also as a vest. I think it's pretty much the same. And here you can see it with that ruffly stuff on the sleeves. And here the beautiful jumpsuit. A lot of work, I'm pretty sure, but it has some very nice details. But now we are going to go back. Let's close this one. And we are going to take a look at Knipmode number 6. Let's take a look here. I was a little bit sick, and I'm still not completely back to my usual me, so that must be also a reason that my voice sounds a little bit crazy. So let's take a look. This is Knipmode 6, as I said, and I want to have it a full screen if it's possible. Let's see. I'm just going to go on. I don't know why it's so small. Let's see what's the problem here. As I said, I have a subscription. I'm probably going to get also very soon the paper magazine, but for the moment we are going to take a look at this one. Let's see. Here you can see an overview of all the patterns. I don't know why it's looking so crazy. The page is not completely full screen. Let's go back and take a look. You know, this is happening because this is the digital one. Let's see if I can open it in another page. Yes, I want to close it. I'm going to open it again. Maybe it's going to work a little bit better. So in this issue we have, I'll tell you from the beginning, the most important things. They use a lot of this, what you see also on the cover, this crochet or hand knitting, whatever kind of fabrics, a little bit vintagey looking. And they have a lot of vests that they are apparently very much in the fashion. They have really nice variations. Let's see, here you can see an overview of all the patterns. I really don't know why it's not showing us the full, but anyway, we are going to work with this. The first pattern is this little vest. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. As you can see, it has princess seams in the front. We can see them here and also here. We can see also that there are some, I'm going to change my color here. I'm sorry. Let's see. You can see that they have welt pockets, really nice. The only thing that I'm missing in this one, I have the feeling that it was better to put just a third bow here. And if you want to use this one really as a top, I will definitely add here behind a little panel like this. So when the vest is closed, because you have these bows and the panels are going to be a little bit apart from each other, if you want to have to be covered there, you can always put a panel like this, and if it's getting a little bit open, it's not going to be a problem. We can see also the back, I think, in this one. As you can see, the back is pretty simple. Also in the back there are some princess seams. We can see them here, and also here you can see that the back has princess seams. I do find that the back is a little bit, how should I say, a little bit loose, but I'm thinking now that you can definitely, because you have those seams, you can definitely put a little tie in the seams of the princess seams to have also as a bow, or you can put with one of those little buckles, you know, that you see a lot with in a vest, to make it a little bit more fitted at the back. Next, the pants are not in the magazine, but if I'm not mistaken, they do have some pants. Yes, they do have some pants with some special details. We have here another variation. This vest looks like it's really simple, but the vest is doubled, so it's fully lined, let's say, but it's cut from the same fabric 2 times. And I think that is because, of course, you have here these ties in the side. As you can see, there are welt pockets with flaps. So a lot of detailing, a lot of sewing, of course, necessary in this. And they made it in the same fabric also for the lining. You can, like that, you finish the armholes. And if the sleeves are getting a little bit open, of course, you'll see the same fabric. So that's kind of smart. The fabric here, they use a stretch viscose. So, you know, they used a really light fabric, and you do need that if you want to make it open like this. I think it will be really easy actually to make it completely closed on the sides if you want. Next, well, I will tell you that these pants, I had to read the instructions very well, because I do understand that you get, is a normal pant, let's say, but then you get this, I'm going to move my pen here, but then you get this little thing here, which is actually like a triangle like this, which is getting folded in half, and then you have this thing here on the side. You can see, so the pants, as you can see it here, so the pants are just a normal pair of pants, and then you have with this little flap on the side, so they are closed on the sides. The thing is, they used here a canvas fabric, so it's a little bit stiff. Probably I'll use something a little bit softer. I love the shape of the pants without the flaps. I can understand that that's like a, I don't know, little design element, but I was really, how should I say, intrigued by the waistband on these ones. They say, so you have a normal waistband here, and here there is also a zipper, and it's getting closed here like this. But then you can see here there is also an elasticated waistband, which is picking up a little bit above your usual waistband. And I was reading the instructions because, as you can see here, let's go up on the drawing. As you can see here, on the center front, at the waistband here, is stopping here before it's getting to the elastic. And from what I can read in the instructions, actually you are putting the normal waistband on your pants, and then you make this tunnel here, and you put it. You will sew. Let's see. Let's clean this up. You sew actually. So if this. So what you actually have here with this elastic band, you have, let's see, so this is the front tunnel for the elastic. Imagine this. And what you actually have to do, you have to stitch between two markings, and I think there will be these ones here. So you have to stitch those two together, right sides together. You stitch between these two marks, and actually and then you turn it out. You have to clip in here. You turn it right side out, and then when you put on your pants, you have this little bit here which is not stitched on the inside, and then the rest of the band. I don't know how good that's going to sit in. It looks good here, but anyway, it's an interesting detail. I don't know, I think if I would really like these pants, I will, and I do like the shape of the pants. Let's see. As you can see here, the width of the leg is really nice. I think I'll probably just skip that elastic. It's not doing anything for the feet, and maybe also those flaps on the side. Next, what do we have next? Next we have the cover garments, and this is a little polo shirt and a pair of pants, and they are both made in those, let's see, they are made in those hand knitting work looking like fabrics. And I wonder if, I wanted to check that, but I forgot. I wonder if the pants are actually interlined or whatever, because I think you do need to put something like a lining or whatever, otherwise everything is going to show. And I'm thinking that for the placket of the top, and also for the color, you always can use a little bit of what should I, a little bit like a thin jersey or something like that, to be able to interface it. So to have a double layer for the pieces in order to be able to interface it a little bit, because you can really stick interfacing on a fabric like this. And definitely in a point here you need to use a little bit of interfacing. And if you don't want to use fusible interfacing, you can stitch a little bit of silk organza or something like that to give a little bit of how should I say, to give a little bit of strength to those corners. So basically you have here a nice little polo shirt and a pair of shorts, and I'm pretty much that the pattern of the shorts is actually the same pant pattern as the previous one, of course without the elastic piece in the waist and without the flaps on the side. Next, let's see, what do we get next? And here it is, that polo shirt that I said in the edition 4 they had it in a woven fabric, and here they have it in a knit. It's just a simple polo shirt. Of course you can use all kind of fabrics. They use here again that open knit fabric, but this will work definitely in whatever, in a cotton jerseys, in a ponte knit, in a French terry, whatever. Next, and on both pages is the same pattern, only here is in the plus size, which in my opinion looks really, really tight. And I think it might be the fabric. I don't see any elastane in that fabric, and maybe that's why it's so tight. But I think using something with a little bit of elastane will be really, really much comfortable. Next, we can see here again the cover pieces. You can see the pants, you can see the technical drawing of the top. Really, really pretty. The basic patterns, both of them, but very useful. I'm not a, a polo shirt girl. I find that they're not really suiting me, but these ones, they're looking nice. On the right here, we can see a top with some really huge sleeves. I will definitely make the sleeves much shorter, maybe till here. And the skirt also, they are both those patterns. In every issue, you know, Knipmode have a pattern, or they have 1 or 2 patterns that you can draw them yourself. So they are only rectangular fabric. It's not really a pattern that you can trace off from the magazine. I'm sorry. Here we can see the skirt, and they have it here with a really high slit. And of course you can make it lesser high, whatever, very easy to adjust. And here is a little bit of the top, and they give the instructions how to make the patterns for these 2 garments. Next we come to my favorite patterns. Well, I'm making a joke. I know that there are some people here that they really like the barrel pants, and these ones, they are very, very barrel pants. And from the back, I really like this the yoke, and they look really pretty. Also the top, we get it in the magazine a little bit later. Let's talk a little bit about the top first. As you can see, I find that the fit on this model is not great. These pieces, they are actually the basic vest pieces, but here they are, if you can imagine, like this. And then you come with the front piece, and the front piece is also like this, and then you get this peplum like bottom. So it's not as probably on the normal vest, this will be just straight pieces, and here they have a little bit of a flounce built in. The vest, this one is getting closed with hook and eye strip here in the front, and the only thing that I'll say that it's not bothering me, but I think can be easily fixed, is that this little ruffle here around the neckline, they used a 2 centimeter wide ruffle, and I think that's why you see it in the other garment made with another fabric, it tends to stick out a little bit. But I think if you are going to make this one maybe 1.5 wide, so a total width of 3 centimeters, and when you fold it you get 1.5, I think it will be of course a little bit narrower, and I have the feeling that it will sit a little bit better. And then, of course, let's take a look at the pants. You can see them here. You can see the technical drawing. On the next page, they show us also the bottom and the complete pant. As you can see here at the bottom, they use it's just the edge of the pants. It's like a fringe, but it's actually, I think it's only a row of straight stitching in order to avoid that it's going to unravel too much. And you have the raw edge of the jeans. Here you have some darts that, of course, they are creating that bow effect, and this is actually the side seam that is coming a little bit to the front. For the rest, you have all the classic jeans details, and we can see it in the next page. You can see it here. You can see how it is. I don't know if they are supposed to be so short. I would really don't know how to wear something like this. But again, for someone that likes this silhouette, this can be a nice pattern. let's go back. And they used here, what did they use? Is it something with stretch? Let's see. What is the, I cannot see what is the, maybe they show it on the other page. What's the fabric? No, I cannot. Oh, yes, it's a stretch denim. Yes, so it will be something with a little bit of stretch. The top is made in also in a stretch cotton, 97% cotton, 3% elastane, and by that I mean the green top from here. Then we have this little vest here, another variation of the vest here. The vest is again fully lined. The vest is lined all the way to the edge of the fabric. Let's see. But if you find it, I think, you know, this one is made in a thin viscose. If I was to make this one, I'll definitely make some facings, you know, just draw the width of the armhole, or the width of the armhole, maybe 4.5 centimeters width, make facings, you know, also around the back neckline, and then make the lining. I think it will look much nicer if you see when you raise your arms and so, and you need to see a little bit of the inside of the garment, you'll see the facing. It will be much nicer, and to give a little more stability to the armholes, definitely, and the neckline. For the rest, I really like the vest. I like this, what's the name? This pointy, why my pen is always the wrong color? Lapel here, or front piece. There are also here some princess seams, as you can see. So a lot of nice details. Very, very pretty, actually. Next, we get some dresses, and we have here a dress. This one is made in polyester. Both of the blue one and the red fabric, they are both in polyester. I think if I was to make this one, I would definitely use something like a viscose jersey, I think, because, you know, it's just more natural, and I think it will feel much nicer. They do say that you can make this one in a woven also. Let's go back here. And then you can put, this is the one that they say that you can make it, yes, and you can put a zipper on the side. Well, I don't know if I was, I have my doubts. I mean, if I make the fit for this one to fit me in a jersey, I cannot use the same pattern and make it in a viscose, let's say, in a woven viscose. Even if I put a zipper, it's not going to fit because, you know, it's not the same. A viscose jersey is going to stretch much more than a viscose woven. Even if I put that zipper, it's not going to sit nicely. So I would say just stick to the jersey fabrics if you want to make this dress. They also used a polyester fabric, stretch polyester, with 12% spandex in it, so something very stretchy. Then we have here, I think it's the same variation on the same pattern, only here the fit is just awful. I'm going, well, I have my phone here somewhere. I think the fit is just really bad on this one, but you know, we know that they don't make the patterns to fit the models. They are just their standard size. I don't know what size is it. The S, I suppose. If I see it here in technical drawing, it looks really nice. Again, the fit is not great on the model. I think she's also a new model. I'm not sure if I've seen her before. But imagine this fitting nicely with those bastards a little bit more on a suitable place, a little bit much more higher than here. And this one is made in the same fabric, actually. It's also stretch polyester, but only here the upper part is not. We just forget about this one. Let's go on. This one I really like. I really love this dress. This is really beautiful. I always love this. I'm going to show the dress in a minute. I always love this rounded front waistline. I don't know why it gives me a very flattering feeling. This one is also gathered here in the front. As you can see, it has this slant pocket, very pretty. We have princess seams with little Dior darts, these little darts here. I'm going to take my drawing out. Puffy sleeves, very pretty, and the back has this opening here. and you have some loops of fabric and then a drawstring that is going through those loops, and some elastic with I think the back has elastic to get this gathering going on here, and the front is getting gathered and then attached to the front bodice. And to take a look at the dress, we can see it here. And I know the whole thing in this dress is that opening in the back, but I'll tell you that I made, you must remember, I made last year 2 dresses with this open back feature, and I must say that I'm not very comfortable to wear those, although I do love the dresses. You see some pictures here. I think this could be actually also very easily adapted to just make a full back. So imagine this full, and then bring the back of the dress here all the way up. You have an opening here at the neckline, because I will show you it's pretty high. You need an opening for the neck, and if you make this in one piece, so you'll bring the skirt also all the way up. You can always put a zipper on the side seam, and then, well, the side seam here on the left will be. So it's definitely possible. Although this opening back, this open back it's really pretty. You can see it here from the front. It's a really pretty dress. They used here polyester fabric. I think I'll definitely use something like a soft cotton, or even viscose would definitely be gorgeous. Sleeves very, very pretty. A little bit of gathering happening at the shoulder, and some elastic at the bottom. Definitely, I do love the technical drawing. It's just beautiful. Okay, next we have a top, and you can see it here again. The plus sizes on the left and the regular sizes on the right. Very, very pretty. I'm a little bit confused about the technical drawing, and you know, if I was to compare this one with Patrones, the big difference is that Knipmode is making, as Burda, they are making the garments with their own chosen fabrics, and what you see here on the models is 99% what you also get from the patterns, of course, if you have the sizing right. In this case, the only thing that is not completely correct here, I'm pretty sure, is actually this technical drawing, because as you can see here, this front panel is coming like this, and you actually see a little bit of the under panel. So I'm going to take off my, but if I'm watching here and I see no under panel, this is going all the way to the back. So I am not exactly sure, but this here, especially this part, is not completely correct. This is something wrong. But I must say that I really love how the blouse is fitting on this girl. It's just beautiful. I love the fabric. The fabric is great. The print is awesome. Even in this one here on the right, where the print is a little bit more busy, it's really beautiful. White cuffs. I think they use 2 buttons with a button with a placket, a shirt placket. I'm not sure which method they use now, but if I was to make this, I'll definitely use my own method to put the placket in the sleeves. It's just beautiful with that color, and this is perfect. I love it. Love, love, love. Next, we have a variation on the skirt dress from earlier. You can see the top. I can definitely see this little top for my daughter. I'll not wear something so loose here. I'm a little bit confused about the dress, about the skirt, definitely. As you can see here, if I'm watching here on this girl, she has completely no elastic in the waistband. I'm definitely sure that there is no elastic there, because it's looking really flat, that waistband. Although in the technical drawing we do see some gathering happening. And to be honest, if I'm watching this here, it almost looks like this skirt is completely open on the sides, but I might be wrong. And then we have it here. Here is actually a picture from the back, and again we see here a flat waistband, and actually that the skirt is gathered into that flat waistband. So I'm not sure what is here going on, but my focus is on the top. Very, very pretty. And I will tell you that in the stores I've seen so many of these cropped tops, and also with some puffy sleeves everywhere, puffy in the shoulders, puffy at the bottom of the sleeves. So this is very, very on trend. Then we see here another wrap blouse, very pretty, we can see that there is a button opening here at the center front with a standard shirt color, collar shirt color shirt with standard color with a stand. Very, very pretty. It's really nice. I really love this style of blouse. You can see here the details a little bit. I don't know what to say about the skirt. I'm not a big fan of the skirt with those inserts. I think I'll skip the skirt. The skirt is made in a, what is that? It's a cotton. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll take only the blouse from this one. And are we at the end? No, we are not. We are not. I'm going to come back here in a moment, so I'm just going to go on. Let's see. Here we have a very interesting pattern, something that I'll definitely never make. As you can see, it's a kind of a blazer, and it has all these little bows. Kniomode went all the way with the bows this in this issue. You can see the sleeves are attached with the little cords, and also the waist piece the same. I will tell you that I've seen many years ago, you can put a zipper in all these parts, also here at the bottom. And actually that could be really nice, because if you put a zipper here at the waist, you can actually just wear this as a little short vest, blazer, jacket, or if you close the zipper, you know, separating zipper, then you can wear it as a long one. So I think the zipper will look really nice too. What do we have next? Another variation of the blouse from earlier, as you can see it here. Not so much details to see, unfortunately, because of the fabric. I'm not a big fan of this print. Here we can see a variation on the pants from earlier, but here they have just a really tiny waistband, I would say. There is a zipper on the side seam, as you can see, and I think in this case the pants are completely open, if I'm not mistaken. But because you have a front and a back, and you have again that insertion here, actually, I think you can easily, I'm not sure if they did that in the magazine, but I think you can easily sew the front and the back till I don't know, just above the knees, and then, you know, you'll be sure that they're not going to get open. Definitely, I love the pants. Here we can see the dress from earlier, and I think it's really sweet in this. What is this? This is a viscose linen. Probably put a little bit more color, but this is just beautiful. I love it. I mean, if I watch it like this, I like it on her, but I'm pretty sure that it will bother me a lot, that opening. You know, I don't like how my back is looking there. So here you can see it in the plus size. The same, on the same model here, we can see the barrel pants. They look a little bit better in this one, in this fabric. This is a canvas, but again, I'm not a big fan of these ones. I'm not a fan because I will never know how to wear this, really. And here we can see the top from earlier, what I was saying. Definitely, if you make this just a little bit, by this I mean this little ruffle, just make it a little bit narrower, it will definitely sit much better on the neckline. And this, for this one, they used what is this? They did use a double gauze cotton. I think that's not a great fabric for a style like this. Yeah, no, maybe a stretch cotton, a stretch satin cotton, definitely, with even with a nice print, it will look really nicely, but not in a double gauze. Then we have some upcycling idea. Let's start with the blouse, which I think is just beautiful. You can see a little bit here up how this rounded waist piece is going on. They have a hidden button closure from the collar to about here, and then you can show the buttons. It's a really pretty shape, and I love it how it looks in the technical drawing. Again, you have a two-piece sleeve that is making really nice to make a nice opening for your cuff. I think this jacket will look really nice also in the jeans. Just use some top stitching, use some jeans buttons there, just, and you know, you can always just put buttons all the way up so you can see all the buttons, or just cover them all. So a lot of details, really beautiful jacket, or they call it a blouse. This jacket would be also nice. And I'm a little bit confused because here it's looking like it's really tight on her waist, but I think this will look really nice if it will be more like in the technical drawing, to be just a little bit more boxy. Yes, I think I like that more. I'm not going to say a lot about this skirt because this skirt is really confusing me. They say that you can also use the upper part from an old pair of jeans, and I think that's the idea of the upcycling. From an old pair of jeans, but must be something that is a little bit wider here on the hips, or not necessary because you can open it anyway. And then you are going to gather the fabric, the rest of the skirt, to the waistband. I don't know. I would just throw this away and just use the rest of the fabric. So I love the blouse. Here we have it again. I think this one is just, I'm going to go on. Yes. Okay, let's go on. Let's forget about that one. Here we have a really simple top, very sweet, very easy to make, and they added a little bit of elastic, I think, here at the bust to give a little bit of shape. It's interesting. It's really easy. And let's see, because I see here, you see here, I see the ruching here going on at the bust. But for my feeling, there is also some ruching, but maybe it's just like this in the technical drawing. I have the feeling that there is also happening there at the sides of the bust. I'm not sure. But then they have it also just as a simple top. This will be really nice for a jacquard jersey or for a ponte knit. Just a little bit of fabric. Perfect for the summer. Really easy to make. Here we can see an overview of the next issue, and there are some really interesting patterns as the one here. Very interesting. This is definitely screaming summer. And what we have more? Again, a dress with an open back, and there are also some openings in the side seams, as you can see here. So I'm really curious about those. And what do we have more? Well, we have a vest, a knitted vest, and this awesome dress here. I'm really curious about this one. Yep. All right, so let's take a look at the pattern. Well, here on this page we have only the make it yourself skirt, you know, with the pattern that you need to draw yourself. Here we can see the rest of the patterns. Well, I do have a lot of favorites in this issue. I really like the simple vest. Just add another bow there. This blouse is just beautiful. This one also. What do we have more? The dress. Oh, I love this one. It will be really easy to adjust that back to get rid of that opening. So these are, and of course these pants, but then without that elastic added and that side seam insertion. And then from here, what do we have? Oh yes, definitely this blouse. Make it, check the fit and make it a little bit more boxier at the waist. This one is also beautiful. This one is also very nice. And here, this one, did we miss this one? You know what? I think we missed this one. This is actually the vest from earlier, the one with the I'll put a picture here in the screen. The one with the bows, only here they have added this extra panel like this, going from the shoulder and then the armhole, and then you see that also the back is a little bit more cut, as you can see here, and they use it on a pair of pants, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I definitely think this is a good issue. There are some really, really pretty and on-trend patterns. And yeah, I'm really, really happy with this one. Thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video. And of course, the next one that we need to see is going to be the Burda. But I'm not watching the previews. I'm just going to show it to you when I get access to it on the German website. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Bye.